Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Very nice to see you all after 2 months. We have reduced the frequency of the monthly meetings to once in 2 months because currently development work is going on and there won't be much things to say during this time. And one other reason is that we do so many frequent Twitter spaces, and most of them are already hearing going on Twitter or like when someone is sharing it on Telegram. So I think everybody is getting the news always, all the time. So there is no need to repeat it once again. So that's why we reduce this frequency. But I think after we bring all the products, there will be many more things to discuss. So it will be becoming like monthly again, probably in Q1 or Q2 next year when we have all the things in place. So guys, I hope everyone is doing well in this very turbulent market. Markets, as we were all expecting, like it has come down quite significantly, especially after yesterday's dump. But still, like we are seeing some stability and action in the altcoin space. I think that's because BTC has not completely broken down its very important and crucial level, which is $20,000. As long as it leaves above $20,000, I think market is going to be just fine. Because right now what is necessary is not going to 22, not going to 23, or not going to 25, but we should see some range bound market at the moment. But if we are not seeing that range bound market, and if we see continuously closing down and down and down on the daily basis or on the weekly basis, then there is something to be scared about. Because such movements, when it happens, which means the market is not so strong and bulls are not entering because they are scared, bears are getting more and more strong. In that case, like we can expect dumps to happen. So what we should expect right now is kind of like a range bound market between 2,700 to almost like 22,500. So this should be the range. The range is like quite big. It's almost like 10% range. But when we had this kind of a fall, like after going to 25, expecting this can be totally fine. I mean, at least in the current structure of the market. There is one indicator like which is called as hash ribbon. This indicator has always predicted the BTC's reversal or BTC's bullishness. And today it's everywhere on Twitter. Everyone is speaking about it. Like it has triggered a buy signal, which it made in 2019 in January when the bull market started. I remember it very perfectly. At that point of time, Bitcoin was around $800 or $1,000 between that range. And then it went up to like $19,000. It went 19x from there. So some people are expecting that same thing might happen now. This is like one group of people. Other group of people are saying like, nah, it's not going to happen that way. But I think probably bear market is going to come to an end by 2022 by December. And there is a third category of the people who are saying like, oh, no, I don't agree with that and I don't believe it, but probably in 2023. Well, there are many indicators like, we have seen even what is a stock to flow and like several other indicators like they work sometimes, they don't work sometimes, even they are based on some assumptions. So they can always go wrong. It's nothing is a God tool here, or nothing is a God indicator here. Like it's always right and it has to happen that way. It doesn't work that way. And if you see the overall structure of the market and overall like a global scenario, it doesn't make me feel that any kind of reversal is going to happen overnight. And if it's happening, then the question is like, why should it happen? And Ethereum merge is like purely, only because of that news we saw this rally until $25,000. But once again, like, is it something going to be, very fundamental for the crypto markets to change? I don't think so. Because Ethereum's problem was never about being environmental friendly. Many people speak about it, about the carbon emission and about the heat and about the electricity that proof of work consensus will consume. But that's just one side of the story. But I don't think like any of the POWs will even think in this direction, because that's environmental issue is an issue, definitely. But as far as the blockchain is concerned, purely from business point of view, it doesn't matter whether you are a POW or a POS. But in one way, it can matter also. It's not so black and white, but still it's not a very big picture as far as business is concerned. So for like for business to happen properly in the blockchain space, there is only one issue that has to be sorted out, or like 2 or 3 more issues also, if we have to be more elaborate. So the first one is about the gas price. It has to be very cheap. The second one is about the speed, and third one is about the scalability. Like everybody likes Matic today. Why? Because it has low gas price. It has, the transaction speed is like very, very fast. Third thing, it can be scalable. So these are the 3 points why Matic is so popular today. And if Ethereum has to be somewhere, something like very scalable and like very cheap, then they have to do something what other blockchains are doing, like Solana or Matic or any other people in this industry. So for that to happen, definitely Merge is not going to help. Merge is simply taking Ethereum from being on proof of work, which means people can mine it, people can earn Ethereum, and they can sell it in the market. That's how they make money. So this was happening before, but now, no, the mining will not work, but it will work on, machines and servers, like how other blockchains like EOS or Tezos or other blockchains like this are working. So this is the only change. And I don't think like anything is going to fundamentally change for Ethereum just by doing this one, because still the transaction will be a question, scalability will be a question, gas price will be a question. So all these things are there. So it was just a euphoria of people like, okay, Merge is coming, like, okay, something nice is happening here. And we saw this rally until $25,000. Otherwise, like there was no reason for markets to pump. And if you see inflation prices, they are going up every single day. Not just inflation, like there are many more issues going on in the markets, as I explained in the morning, also in my messages, like many war-like situations are going on. There is another war which is brewing in Kosovo and Serbia. There are like other kind of like tussle going on with Kazakhstan and Russia because of supplying oil to China. And there is Taiwan and China. And so there are like a lot of geopolitical tensions, and nobody knows what is going to happen, because everyone can say like, oh, okay, this war is not going to happen. Many people said the same thing about Ukraine and Russia, and we saw finally what happened. So a lot of geopolitical tensions, and a lot of destruction can happen in terms of movement of products like petrochemicals, food, or any other things, which can cause very significant, impact on economy. Most of the chips, semiconductor chips, are manufactured in Taiwan. So if there is a war-like situation in Taiwan, then it can be a huge problem if semiconductors are not going out, because semiconductors are not just used in computers. They're used to make even, to detonate a bomb or like anything else, like on nuclear bomb or something like that. It has like very large scale application in military, in defense, and so many medicine, so many areas. So all these, problems still exist. So that's why it's very early to conclude anything about the markets. So this reversal of trend, or suddenly markets going up now as if nothing happened, these are all very nice stories, which I really beg for those things to happen. But deep down, I know like these are very nice stories, which we can tell to our children like when they are going to sleep. So definitely this is not going to happen, and don't have such things in mind. And don't go super bullish on something, and because when you go super bullish, then that's how you will become foolish. So bullish and foolish, like they go hand in hand sometimes. Just be very objective about the markets. Make your studies based on like how it is and what are the things that's going to impact the market, and is there something which is coming which can define the complete The whole thing has to be transformed completely. And if such a thing is going to come to blockchain space or crypto space, then things can happen. Like, for example, DeFi came, and that triggered the last rally. And then there was NFTs and metaverse, like that triggered another type of rally. So we don't have anything as such as of now. What we are seeing every day is one company or the other one going bankrupt, like Celsius going bankrupt. So some other big company also today, FEI, they're also a blockchain company, and they had like over $150 million of market cap. They are not going to continue with the project, it seems. They are stopping. So many such bad news is coming out. Like, I mean, like we on day-to-day basis, we are hearing such things, which means that there is really some problem going on in the industry, especially with the prices and of Bitcoin. Many people have placed their bets, and they have done some very crazy business transactions, because of which they're all suffering. And this was a lesson that was learned after seeing, like Luna, Celsius, BlockFi, and all these companies went bankrupt only because they were betting on Bitcoin very badly. I was even seeing the interview of Dono, like who Do Kwon, or I don't know how to pronounce his name, like Do Kwon, I think, of Luna. In his interview, he was telling like he too much believed in BTC, and he never thought like it's going to come down to that levels. Look, this is what I'm saying. It's very unfortunate. Like some people believe in Bitcoin too much in this way. Like they feel like, oh, huge adoption is there, like it cannot go to $10,000. Because I still maintain my words, because this bear market is going to be there for at least 1.5 years more. There's still a lot of time, and there is still a lot of pain that we will see also. 20,000 is definitely not the bottom. 17,500 is definitely not the bottom. And I'm not seeing financial markets since yesterday or something. I have watched it for decades, and I have seen like different kinds of markets. Still, even now, I will still maintain that we will see $15,000 or even less than that. It is all a possibility. Many other DeFi protocols, many other like CeFi protocols, like centralized finance protocols, they will go bankrupt. Definitely. They're betting so big on Bitcoin. I don't even know like why they have to gamble with that, because Bitcoin is not that type of an asset. It pays you a lot of money. It can make you rich. It is highly volatile. Everything is fine, but it's not like a really a safe asset, like where you can believe on that and you can build a big or complete ecosystem on it. Definitely not. Many companies, like which is also BTC maximalist, they still have reserves in USD or like stable coins or something. Stable coins means not USD, but like I'm speaking about BUSD or USDC or something. Why they have it? Because they know the volatile nature of BTC. Because if you're investing in 5 years BTC, and if you tell me like your business will not be impacted because of this investment that you are investing in for 5 years or 10 years, and you have invested using your own money, you're not buying Bitcoin by borrowing the money from somebody, or you're not buying Bitcoin on a loan, or you're not buying Bitcoin on that money which you really need for business tomorrow. If this is your condition, then you are good. Otherwise, like you are gambling, you're simply gambling. So having said all these things, what I wanted to say is the markets are very volatile and uncertain at this point of time. I do feel that like 20,000 will not be broken in this week or something like that. We will find support at 20,700, like how we found it already. And we might see a rally of like 4 to 5% from here. And afterwards, what will happen, we don't know. But at least this much is possible, like 4 to 5% of rally from here. And Ethereum also like can rally a little bit more. But one thing is really true, that once it made so low of $800 or like a bit less than that, it almost like went 2x, 2.5x from the lows. So when it has already appreciated so much, I think pretty much it's priced in, even at the current prices. But still the momentum can pull it a little bit more. Let's see like what is going to happen. So this is what I feel. And I feel like as long as Bitcoin is above $20,000, all the altcoins are still fine. I mean, like they will find their ground and they will pump back or something might happen. But if Bitcoin breaks $20,000, then we will really see a panic selling, and all those short-term backs that you have, which you don't want to, like carry for long term, you have to sell those backs, because there are two types of backs. One thing, you will buy a very good coin which you absolutely trust, and you know what you are doing with that, you know what they are doing, you completely understand what they are doing, and because of that, and because it's a good coin, you've invested in that one for like next 2 to 3 years. This is one type of investment. And if it goes like next year 2x or something, you will book it. Like we made such kind of profits in almost like 10 or 15 coins that I was suggesting every day. I even made a post on one of my oldest tweet when I made the recommendations. Some did 2x, some did like 1.5x. So we made money there. So like this we can do always, like buy DCA, and then if it moves up a little bit, sell it. Then we will have an opportunity again. This is how it works in the bear market. You can sell, but you will again get the opportunity to buy it back at the low price. This is the whole gist of bear market. In bear market, you will always get an opportunity to buy back the same coin at a better price. Only thing, like if you sell it at a good price, like when it is going up, I mean, like if it's giving 20, 30, 40, 50% returns, why are you even waiting? What are you even waiting for? So you have to book your profits and then buy it back at the lower levels. So this is how like we will do. And there is another type of bag, like which we are just buying like, 1 month, 15 days. These are not necessarily the favorite coins that we want to have for long term, but just a momentum driven coin. For example, GMT or this kind of like step-in coin. This is not a coin like I will be comfortable holding on to, 2 years or 3 years. I don't even know what is going to happen with that one. Look, everybody used to speak about Axie Infinity, right? Everybody were playing this game. They were expecting a lot of things from that, but Axie Infinity is not making any noise anymore. There are other play to earn projects, like even they are not doing good anyway. And Axie Infinity is the leading one. Many people play that and they enjoy the game and the concept and everything, but still the traction is clearly, limited. So I don't think like such kind of coins will have any future, because someone else will come. And again, like they will take some of your customer base to their customer base, and you are going to lose out on this complete opportunity that you have. So that's why this is not the kind of sector, or this is not a kind of coin where I will put my money and I will be, stress-free for next 2 to 3 years. Definitely not. Definitely not. So I will put money like where, we can see the growth and the future opportunity and the team and the business model and all these things matters, like how they are going to unlock. Because any investment that I personally do, for me, it's not necessary or it's not important what they are doing at this point of time. What is really important for me, like what it can be in the future. Because currently when you're buying into something, you're paying the price for the current price for the things what they have. But you have to evaluate like how much discount are you getting from the time they finish all the things, like what's going to be there for next 3 to 4 years in their roadmap. So if you see like that, for example, Web3 to become a reality and to scale, like a lot of people are very, very, positive on Web3, but it will have its own challenges, because many people don't like to use wallets. Even now, they like centralized exchanges. And we haven't seen like much of traction in decentralized exchanges. I mean, like, because whenever a newcomer is coming, he will come on CEX, and then they will slowly like transit towards decentralized exchanges. Many people have seen, I mean, like overall traction is there, but still like people are hesitant, because what if they lose the private keys, and it's not so easy for everybody. So these technologies will take some time, and Web3 also will take some time for that to scale and to become very big. So, but anyway, like we cannot wait for that to become very big tomorrow and make the investment at that point of time, because we will lose this opportunistic profit, what we are going to make if we pay the price or the valuation that it is trading at today's price. So that's how we need to make a very qualitative analysis on every single project, like before putting our money into. So GMT or these kind of things, I will not even put my money there. It's not something like which excites me, which is not something like where I can see the growth or I feel safe there by putting my money. But there are a lot of other things like which I keep, speaking about it on day-to-day basis, like Decentraland, Sandbox, Gala, Bioeconomy. These are very nice because I see the growth there, and I see like really something can happen going forward. Even Nexo, these kind of tokens have huge growth. I mean, like they have proven and they have all the regulations. They are doing amazingly well. So this is really, really, really important. So that's how we need to make the analysis. So if these things are not meeting, like that checklist is, if you cannot like tick all the checklist that I said, then that means like it's a shit coin. Well, like, no, I should not say shit coin, because there is already a shit coin, which is actually a very useful coin. You have to shit and you get paid for it. So I will not use the shit coin anymore. So I will rather say it's a scam coin. Okay, then it's a scam coin. So in short terms, maybe you can have some scam coins, like you might make some money. So why not? You're not putting all your savings on that, but you will put something like 10-20% of your portfolio simply gambling around it. So these kind of gambling tokens or scam tokens, you need to sell if Bitcoin falls below 20,000. Because if it goes below 20,000, I can promise you that it will not only break the previous low it made, but it will also break into like 15,000 or 14,000 levels. It's definitely going to happen, especially this time if it breaks this 20,000. That's why we are at a very, very, very crucial stage, because yesterday's drop has broken all the, weekly moving averages, daily moving averages, and that looks quite dangerous for me. So guys, like this is my market update. Then next subject would be like what we were doing and what's going on with our own project. So guys, like last 2 months, like we were working heavily on long only spot bots. There were two reasons for this one. First reason was like we never had any long only bots for the cash market. And many people coming from Arabic countries, they were requesting us to have spot market bots because it's against the Sharia law to trade in future bots. So we have like good number of clients coming from, Bahrain and Dubai and these kind of places. So we were thinking of bringing up a product like in the spot market. And some people also, they don't understand really futures market because they're very new to this field. So even they want to try something in the spot first before they get used to it, and then they go to futures market. So we were thinking of spot market because of this also. And then what happened, like a few months ago, we had to stop supporting futures trading on our platform for all the French clients who are based in France. French citizens, and also the French residents, which means like you can be from Canada, United Kingdom, or Norway, or like Hungary, or anywhere around the world. But if you're living in France, we cannot give access to future products. So we had to remove all these people from our list, which was very unfortunate, but we have to follow the regulations because we will be a regulated company and we have to show the seriousness towards the regulation. Because if we don't show such kind of seriousness, then regulator will feel like, okay, you're not serious about implementing even the smallest thing. How will you be even able to manage a DASP kind of big registration with them? So that's why we had to ban this. So it became a very perfect opportunity for us to launch the spot, trading bots. So we started to work on it. This time we also made a different rule that we will trade normally, like with good amount of money for some time. Before, what we were doing was something different. Like we used to backtest, and we used to have like 15 days of trading, like with real money. But that was done in a little bit different way. But now, like we've opened several accounts, and like we are seeing and we are observing in so many ways, like the slippages and the fees and the whole, like trading scenario. Like we are trying to simulate as if it's the clients who are using it. And then, like, if we are finding some variations or something on a daily basis, like we are making a small note of that. And then we are looking at it during the weekends by seeing like, okay, Monday to Friday, this was the trading and how it happened, and last week, how it happened. So we are doing a lot of analysis, like a lot of quantitative analysis in this way. So we are very happy with the results, what we had with long only spot bots, because long only is like very risk-free. It will buy only when there is an opportunity to go long, and it's not shorting. So it's much more safe, and it's much more, like nice things to have in the portfolio. So this is something that we are bringing now, and we were completely working on it. And then we thought of like having the swing bots, because swing bots is very important. Still we need to come up with mean reversion strategies also. Right now, what we have is like trend following strategies and bit of momentum strategies. And what we didn't have is like swing strategies and mean reversion strategies. Mean reversion, we will work like only after a few months, like not now. We had scalp also, but scalp, we were not quite, sure about it, because the markets are very different now, and we will bring it at a different stage of the market. But now in the current market scenario, I don't think like it was nice to have it. So that's why we are removing many of the strategies from our marketplace. So we were removing those type of strategies, like which will not be perfect for the current markets conditions. And going forward, like what we will do is like we will try to rotate, or like we will try to add or remove the strategies on our marketplace depending on the market condition ourselves. So there is no point in like offering something for people which we know that it's not the right thing for them to have at this point of time. So we will simply remove it, and we will have only those kind of strategies like which is good and which people will earn from that one. So that one we will do it from the back end ourselves. So now swing strategies works in a different way. The signals will be generated from our AI models, of course, and they will initiate the buy also. But before it's initiating the buy, it will send the signals to us, means our quant team, and they will look at the markets and they will approve it if it's fine, or they will decline it if it is not. So it's the signals and everything is generated just like how it used to be before, but decisions we are taking it. Because many a times what we have observed is like there are black swan events. If federal rate results are going to come out, like, okay, we can have an estimation and these kind of things, but it's better like if we don't have any positions at that point of time. Even that is also a good thing. And if we see that like, okay, our models are already predicting something worse to happen, and if statistically they're fine, and like if they are making sense, then we can just allow them to trade. And this is exactly how it works in a hedge fund, because I come from a hedge fund background and I know how hedge funds work. There is nothing like, completely automated systems. Nobody uses that. It's completely, it's quite it can work in some type of markets, like especially when it's completely bullish markets, you can completely automate it. But even during the bullish trend on US stock exchange, like we were not completely automating it. That's why there are so many traders sitting on the desk, and like they're constantly monitoring, they're getting the signals, and they're executing these kind of trades. Look, they have like hundreds of traders, but if the question is like, no, we don't have hundreds of traders, like how we can do it? It's just a very stupid question, because what is the AUM of a hedge fund? Like $20 billion, $50 billion. And for that amount of money, they're not trading completely $50 billion on the same fund. They will have like so many different funds, like mid-cap opportunity fund, international opportunity fund, large cap fund, blue chip funds, so many like tech funds, pharma funds. They will distribute the money everywhere. And this is what they call as like portfolio optimization. They will see which is having the highest probability, and they will try to optimize the portfolio by giving more money into an index than into a direct equity or directly into a derivative segment. So it's completely different. That's why we want to have the same kind of approach now. Like we will monitor this, and we will give the best signals that is possible. And in this way, like we will do both the long and short, both systematic trading, both long and short. And this will be excellent for everybody, because many things will be in our control. And if we feel that like, okay, it's not hitting the target of 10%, but it has gone up to 8%, and there is a chance that it can reverse now, why to allow that to reverse? Because 8% is your profit. And if you have that 8% in your pocket, you have your money in your pocket. And if you don't get your money, then you will lose that money, and it becomes only a paper profit, or like a hanging P&L in the air, and it's not in your pocket. So that's not the way to do it. And we have seen such things happening in the past, like when it went almost close to the target and it never met the target. Or like many a times, like it's just misses by a few dollars and it comes back. We have seen it. Like I've seen it in GuruBot itself many a times. I just like had a buy and I was in a meeting, and like these days, like when I'm in the interviews, like 6 hours, 7 hours, like I have to spend the time because every interview takes 2 hours at least. And there'll be at least like 2 or 3 interviews per day. So it's always like this much of time. And when I see it, like I was like, I just missed by a few dollars. Maybe I should have taken action if I was watching it. So such things are going to happen. And that's why we are bringing swing bots to solve this problem completely. And in this way, like even if it's a range bound market, we will take care of it. And also like we will be, bringing up a new kind of system, like where we will give some kind of suggestions. It's not an advice, but it's a suggestion, which means like if we have a range bound market, then we will be like, hey, everybody, please use like TSL things now until it breaks this level or that level. Once it breaks down, then it's like, okay, there is a breakdown now, or there is a breakout now. Please start to use the swing bots. Hey, look, like now the market is different. Now it's completely bearish. Like let's go to this or that or something like that one. So we will keep doing this one so that like we can maximize the profits for everybody. And then like one of the most wrong things that we did was to apply TSL for the normal bots. Actually, what happened was like we were getting overwhelming amount of feedbacks, suggestions, like we should do it this way, or we should do it that way, and we got a little bit carried away by that. Actually, we shouldn't, and it's our mistake that we listen to these kind of feedbacks, because feedbacks will come and go, but ultimately we should take the decision, and we should not go into all the feedbacks. Because if you ask Mark Cuban, he will say like, customers are wrong and you are the person who knows it and you are right. You should do it like what's good for them, because they don't know. They are just asking out of desperation or out of like frustration, which is common, which is totally fine. So we should call the shots. And finally, what happened? Like we thought like, okay, by applying TSL strategy to the normal bots also, it can be good. But it made no sense to me after some time by seeing that we already have a TSL strategy bots. So what's the purpose of having TSL on a normal bots? Then it's not normal anymore. It becomes equal to TSL. So it didn't make sense to me. So that's why we will be removing all the TSL on the normal bots. So there is TSL and there is normal and there is swing and there is long only bots now, which will cover all portions that we really need to make a very successful portfolio. So this is what we are bringing up, and this is what we were developing in the last 2 months. We moved a couple of our infrastructure on AWS, and which is already saving like 20% of the money compared to our previous cloud service provider, Heroku. But we have to optimize AWS a lot, because AWS is not what we thought, because even we didn't have the real idea about AWS. When we started to work on it, like we came to know it's a very big world. It's like a sea, it's like an ocean. There is so many things there. So we had to learn everything from the scratch. And we also hired a very good consultant in AWS infrastructure. He's a solution architect. And he was, like spending a few hours, like every single day with our team and educating them and trying to get to know them and explaining them like what we can do to optimize further. And it's in the process still. We haven't completely put all our infrastructure on AWS yet, but at least let me say like 50% of them are already on AWS. And then like further, like as we go forward, like we will optimize it much more to bring down the cost to almost like 60 to 70% compared to Heroku. So this will save us a lot of money. And this is very, very, very much needed for us, because we are planning to run the backtesting of all the strategies that people create, or people create their own bots on our platform. And we want to run it on the cloud, just like how it happens on TradingView. But it also comes with a cost. So there is 2 ways to create this build your own bot platform. One thing, you can run backtesting after building your own bots, or by using your own computer, which means like your computer's energy will be used. for computing this one. Another way of doing it is like doing it on cloud, on AWS. So AWS, if you do it, definitely there is a cost, which you have to think about. And we will, of course, like it will not be, free for everybody. Like there will be very limited number of backtests, which will be free per day. And if you want to do more backtests than that one, you will have to pay for it. So this is how it will work. Like there will be a wallet where you have to, load up B-cubes, because B-cube will be the only way to pay for this backtesting and other kind of services like strategy factory services or something. If you want to use it, like you will have to pay for it. And this is applicable for only those who want to build their own bots, not strategy factory as a product I'm speaking about, but I'm speaking about as an infrastructure. So if anybody like how they're building their bots on Krill or like on TradingView, if they want to build and they want to use our infrastructure and backtest it and use our optimization, infrastructure, then they will have to pay for it. There will be only like 1 or 2 free backtesting depending on the tiers in which they belong to, like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or something like that. But apart from that, they will have to, of course, pay for it. So we will have to compute all these things, but currently we have taken the decision that we will leave it on the cloud because it will be very fast, and we will see like how many users are using and like active users on monthly basis, on 3-month basis, on half yearly basis. Then we will try to decide like what we can do going forward. And backtesting for internal use is already almost ready. Like we can start to use only for B-cube now, because our current backtesting engine is not so good. We have some issues with that. But the new backtesting engine is like very good. It's very advanced. There is so many things in that one. Like it's really amazing. Like we can have like more statistics. We can have like more depth in our reports, the charts, everything. It's extremely beautiful. So this is only for internal purposes. Once this is finished, like then we will make strategy factory and everything for just internal purposes. And then like we will create after that one by modifying the code a little bit, which will not be a work for external use, which means like for using build your own bots and these kind of things. Because currently the backtesting engine, what we are building, that is for our own strategy, to backtest our own strategies, to select our own strategies. This same infrastructure will not be used for build your own bots, because build your own bot needs more sophisticated technology. Because if 10,000 people, 20,000 people are backtesting at the same time, you need speed, you need scalability, you need so many things. But for B-cube strategies, we just have a few, and that's enough, like what we are doing now. So it has to be highly optimized for public use. So right now, we just want to build for our internal purposes, and then we will try to replicate the same thing with a little bit of scalability thing for the public use. So development work is going on as we have expected. And the new website CSS integration is going on. We will have the CSS integrated files. Then we will start to, like build the website. It should come by end of this year. Like, so everything is on time, like how we have planned. And only thing what we need to work on is like a very good marketing landing page. That's very important. We need to have something about the future products, who is backing us, and the token price, and the very big value proposition, and like how we are different from others, USPs, and what we have now. So everything should be there on the website, but we can't just stick everything on the website. It looks very ugly then. So we have to like making it look like a storytelling. And this is what we are really thinking about now. We are working on it. Like me, Imre, like we will try to sort it out on this one, because we still have some time for making the landing page, and then we will be good with this. So that's it about the website, and that's it about the product development, what's going on at this point of time. Now I would like to take some questions. So if you have any questions, like please write in the chat and I will answer to your question. You announced that Gurubot will monitor trades 24 hours a day. When will it start? Not sure what it means. I'm not getting the context because it's already watched for 24 hours a day. Can you give me a little bit more the context? Well, okay, then this is what we are trying to achieve in the swing bots now. 3 human traders monitoring it. So we just wanted to make it as a different product completely so that everybody can use it. Before, like Gurubot was restricted only to few people. So we already had this plan of making it for everybody. So SwingBot is doing exactly that, like where the traders are watching it almost all the time, like when the signals are generated. So this one has become a new product now, and this 3 human traders monitoring it is what we are calling as like swing trade bots. Hi Guru, you have previously said that due to DSP restrictions, b-cube cannot advertise on what bots are the best to use in particular markets. What has now changed, please? Nothing has changed now, but like as I said, like this is not a investment advice or something, but we will have to be not explicit about how we announce it. But we will do it in a way like it doesn't violate any rules, because we had some discussion and we have some guidance from this one from our lawyer, and we will just follow it like how he has asked us to convey this message. Any more questions? So there is another question. Are you holding off on your rap song until the bull market? Well, it can come out anytime. It's just a matter of time and everything. But these days, like I'm really very busy. We have like now almost 7 candidates for compliance officer. 1 person will be definitely selected. And now in the month of August, July and August, like our legal firm was on holidays. Some lawyers were going off at one point of time, and then we have selected some candidates based on HR interview. But then our lawyer has to make an interview to know if he is the right candidate for us or not. So we didn't have this opportunity. So all the people whom we interviewed, we kept them, waiting, and like now the list has piled up. Everybody have to finish their interviews with them, and then we will get the feedback, and then we will be hiring somebody. So once that happens, then it's a little bit of a relief to me, because although I'm a certified AML CFT, expert now, I know like how to control and what I have to do, and like how to monitor the suspicious activity and whom I have to, submit the complaint in case if there is a suspected activity. So I know about AML and CFT, like now what I have to do. But it seems like despite knowing it, I am the founder of the company also. So I cannot be a compliance officer myself directly. So I will be the manager of this compliance team, but there has to be one person like who is completely dedicated only to compliance. And if he's doing like 80% compliance and 20% other things, no, it doesn't work that way. He has to be 100% in compliance. So we need a compliance officer like to place the application form now. We've filled up the application form, all the details and all the documents, everything is ready. We just have to put it on the table. But on that application form, there is clearly a place like where they are saying like manager, like for the compliance, it's me. And there is one more place like where is the person who takes the responsibility in case if I am not taking it. So that happens to be the compliance officer. So that's why it was very stressful, like making so many interviews. And sometimes people come like having zero knowledge about the law, zero knowledge about compliance, and they have just done some kind of, courses online, and that doesn't make you a compliance officer, because you really have to work in a bank or in a financial institution to be a compliance officer. And like few other people were there, they were quite senior people, and they want to work on financial crime or embargo or this kind of areas, and they don't want to work in this compliance like what we want them to do at our company. So it was a huge work. And we are also looking for like quant researcher who can work with our team and also like with the trading team, everything. So we are not able to get it. There are like 3 people like, and they're on vacations, and they will be coming back in the first week of September. So there is a lot of things that is going on. And we made like a huge marketing plan, financial plan for next years. Once we get DASP, we'll be expanding the team rapidly. After that, we will have like something like head of marketing, head of sales, client relationship manager, growth hacking, head of revenues. So many more people will be joining the team once we get DASP. Until that, we will not hire anybody, but only after getting DASP, we'll start to make all sorts of marketing and everything, because it makes sense at that point of time than pushing it now. Then we can have like a very big budget, $1,000, $2,000 a day, and then really like pushing it on all the platforms. I happened to get one feedback from actually our community manager. Like he forwarded me one message from one of our community members who suggested like so many nice marketing ideas yesterday. Maxi, something like that name, I don't remember, but like community manager just forwarded me this message. It was really interesting, and it was really very nice, the planning that he had in his mind, like retargeting the people on Facebook advertisements and other places. It was really amazing. And those kind of things is what really we want. Actually, we want more such ideas and things. This person, definitely we will contact him, and we will see like how we can do something with him, like getting more information or something like that. It's very nice. So we have to make all this plan, and we have to grow the team. So right now, the focus is completely there, and that's why I have written the lyrics, by the way, for rap. It's amazing. Like I will wrap it. I will wrap it. I won't disappoint you, or I won't disappoint anybody like who wants to listen about B3s. Okay, so next, how is everyone in the team feeling? Are you still fully motivated, or is there something slowing you down? First of all, I don't know like why this question comes. Like why we have to be, like demotivated. I don't know. There is no reason to be demotivated. First of all, as I said, market conditions will not demotivate me at all, because I was 14, 15 years old when I came to this field. So I'm in this field for 20 years now. I'm 35 now. In 20 years, I have seen like everything: bull market, bear market, scam markets, subprime crisis, everything. And I know what goes up will come down, what comes down will go up. So this is just a simple bear market. That's it. So there is nothing to be demotivated about it. Sometimes it's like a bit difficult, because we don't see the same kind of enthusiasm from people, or like we don't find new customers. Last year, like we made huge gains, but this year we are not making so much money. We will make some, we will break even, or like even we will make some small losses this year. And that's because, restricting French users from using futures and options, it's a very big blow for us by making this one. And now even Binance also disabled the futures products in France, because most of our customer segment were from France, because we are based in France, and now they are not able to use it. And now, we don't have many spot trading bots also, except bulls and bears, altcoin bot. So revenues are down, and we will feel like, well, like we had clients and we have clients, but they're not able to use the product because of some regulations or any other kind of things, which is beyond our control. So it disappoints us, but it will not demotivate us. And these are two different things, because disappointment happens to everybody. And I would be lying if I say that I will not be disappointed. Of course, I will be disappointed. I was disappointed, and I am disappointed about the things that's going on with all these regulations and everything. I respect regulations. I respect the law. Whatever they are asking us to follow, we will do it. We will not say anything against it. But as far as business is concerned, yes, it will suffer because of such kind of regulations. So no, it's not true. And I'm completely motivated. I'm completely, committed to the promises that we have made for the people and the promises that we have made for ourselves. Because what is very important here for me in my life is I respect the commitment that I make to myself, and I respect the commitments that I make to my people. Once I give it, and it's given, and definitely that's going to happen. So no question of demotivation whatsoever for whatsoever reasons, but we are disappointed sometimes because of the things that will not happen the way we want, which is absolutely human, and it happens to everybody in everything. Our team is like, no, they're highly motivated because they're building every day something new. And most of the people in our team have never built anything like what they're building now. So these are all very new things to them. So they're very excited, curious to do something new, what they have never done in life before. So they're very nice, and I keep them motivated. So this is my job. If they're not motivated, then it means like actually I am failing, because I am the person like who should motivate them, and I should be the leader to lead them and to keep their morale very high. And that's what I do every single day. I make it a point to have one meeting with our teammates in a week. Some randomly, we have like a nice chat, not just about the work, like something out of the work. We have like some very good conversations, like a friendly conversations. Before we were having like only one boot camp in the entire year. Now we thought of making 2 boot camps in the entire year, because we are all remote and we need to meet each other. We need to speak to each other. We need to be more friendly. So we will also be making a boot camp maybe in September or October. Like we will meet again, all the team members. We will be in a resort. We will have some good time there. We will enjoy together. So these are the steps that we are taking to keep them more motivated and not to feel sad about the markets, at least. So absolutely, there is no question of any demotivation. It doesn't even cross my mind, to be honest. How is FOS progressing? FOS can come like only after the backtesting engine is finished, and it's not even finished yet. So once backtesting engine is finished, then we will go on with FOS and other things. I have a last question. I still have some really old altcoin bot trades open where we removed stop loss. They're all in a huge loss. Should I keep them hoping for the markets to recover? Look, if they are good coins, like for example, I remember like TVK we removed, which I still have, and Graph GRT we removed, and we still I have it also. Other coins like most of them I have sold it, except TVK and this one, GRT. And I think like 2 more I have it also in my Binance account. I don't remember. I think like 4 or 5 coins maximum I have. All other coins I have sold it long back, because I didn't find any reason to hold them. They didn't produce any significant results also. So it's better to sell them and clean your hands off than holding on to them. But if they are mentioned in any of my messages on Twitter, please hold it. They are going to be good, because these messages, what I give on Twitter, I have done a lot of research. Actually, the message for you to read, it will take 5 to 10 minutes. But for me to write, I have to do at least like 90 minutes of research. I have to go through like all the charts first on my TradingView account. And then I have to go on my Binance and watch all my coins that I'm recommending. And then I have to go on Twitter to see like, is there any new indicators like which was giving hash rates, comparisons, and all these things. So it takes nearly 90 minutes for me to make the research before I start to write the message. So writing the message itself will take 15 minutes to me. But to know what I have to write, it takes 90 minutes. So if I am recommending something, then definitely I have done complete research on all these projects. So if you are holding any coin which appears on my list, then you can keep it. Otherwise, like there's no point in holding because we are already in the bear market. So I don't think like there will be any better. Even if there is a new bull market which will be coming in the next years, I don't think these coins will come back if they don't have any good story, because the story is very important about a coin. If there is no story, then no, it's not going to work. Nice to hear you are still motivated. I was just worried about after the recent event where someone stole your ideas. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I was really very sad. And really like sometimes I can be very emotional. It's true. And that day, like I was really almost like crying because, sometimes people don't understand like what they should ask me to speak and how much I should speak about these things. They push a lot, and which makes me to speak or give a little bit more information, and someone will easily copy it. Even if they copy, like probably they will not be able to make exactly what we are making. But like already they have a huge user base. And with a very huge user base, even very little things what they do can have a lot of impact on their users. So their user base will become more stronger and people will run to them. And if they're doing it on their own, like I will take it as a healthy competition. But if they're stealing from somebody, which was not even their idea, and they are putting kind of like optimization and this kind of names when there is nothing happening, because this platform, I couldn't sleep actually that night. Completely, I couldn't sleep until morning. And when I came for team meeting, everybody were asking me like why my eyes are red. And I could not sleep at all, like actually. I was thinking like, okay, like what should be, what should I do? Like how we should solve this one. Then I thought like, no, I will speak to our scientific advisor, like what they are writing about Bayesian theorem and all these things. These theorems I understand too. It's quantitative math. It's a very basic things, like without knowing that you can't be a quantitative analyst. And when I took it to our our scientific advisor, they said like it's a little different, but yeah, they're trying to do something like that one. And especially whatever I was speaking, they are trying to follow the same thing. But there are some things like which I'm not speaking also. So from that day, I made the decision that like some critical things, if it is still work in progress, or if something is happening, I will not speak about that in public anymore. So let people think what they want to think. I don't give a damn about that. And whoever meets me in person, I will speak to them about it. Because there I have nothing to fear, because it's all our people. It's my people. I don't have anything to fear or something like that one. But on publicly on this one, actually even one of our advisors, like he was also telling me like, why you're saying the things like what is not important, because no, who cares like what kind of technology or something else, like it's like inviting more problems, like do it in a different way. And I'm giving out too much and these kind of things, even they were also telling me before. But when this particular incidents happened, like it was really very hurting to me, because we work really very hard, and trust me, if you're having any other business, like you will be very happy, any other business. But if you're in crypto business, it's very different story, because here it's not like 9 to 5 job. Let any one person like who is in crypto world say that he's doing 9 to 5 job. He's lying. He's lying or he's a scammer. Only either of one is true. You can't be, like you can't expect anything like 8 to 9 hours job here. It has to be typically 16 to 18 hours job. Or you need to have like a lot of resources and a lot of talented people with you who can replace you. so that you work for like 10 hours, someone else works for 10 hours, and someone else for 4 hours, or like you have to adjust these things. Otherwise, it's very difficult to run a crypto business. And in this kind of environment, how many, like my table is full of books here. How many books I have to write, like, and not books means not that type of books. Like I take my, my diary, and I have to write like when I get a new idea, and I have to check the feasibility, and I have to make a small test, prototype it, see how is the result, then speak with the team. I'll not straightly go to my team and say like, hey guys, I got an idea. Can you please prototype it? Like, no, I don't do that, because they're already doing so many works. I should not interfere in between and spoil the works, what they are doing already. And if I keep putting many more works on them, then productivity will be very low and quality will be very low also. That's why we are just allowing them to do what they want to do now. And I will try to do what is possible from my side. So after doing all these things, we come out with a concept, and for that concept, like, we still have to give a lot of life. There's a lot of work to do. And after doing all these things, someone just comes and listens to you, or like robs things from you, which they never ever had any idea before. And some of their employees are also following on our Twitter things, and they are just there only to watch and do, like, steal the thing, which is normal in all the business. They do that. Moles and these kind of people are always there. But we should not give them an opportunity to do these things again and again. So that's why it was a bit sad, like what happened. But anyway, they cannot exactly replicate what we are planning to do. That's totally different, because there is only one person like who is capable of like implementing this, and that person is our advisor. And he will never ever like give out these secrets to anybody. So he is working with our team, and it's fine. We were seeing good progress on all the fronts. So yeah, like these are some of the things that we are working on currently. And there is no question of like slowing down or something, but we are just prioritizing now. And our priority is in getting the backtesting engine, strategy factory, and all these things for internal purposes first, and then creating the same thing for external purposes, applying for DASP, getting the compliance officer like within September, start the DASP, get this license. After getting this license, start the brokerage services, start the portfolio management services, start all these things, because it seems like my community manager was also informing me that these days there are big debates about b-cube 200. Like, what is it, like, how is it going to happen, and everything. Look, like, b-cube 200 will not happen if we are just a B2C company, and if we are just building your own bots, or like having a good what is that, like bots. These are all like very silly, like small way to look at the big things. If you're having good strategy, yes, people will come and they use the bots, and that's it. It will not make you a multi-billion-dollar company. You need to have like a lot of good product mix. And what does that mean? That means you need to have an index strategy. You need to create kind of like index portfolio optimization, like bundled bots. These are something like what really, institutions will like. And institutions have to come, because B2C customers, like, they come and they pay you money, and after some time, like, they leave you, and that's it. Like, it will not be a permanent thing. And even if they stick with you, like customer lifetime value, or lifetime value of a customer cannot be so much big or so much significant. B2B is the real business. Because any kind of, institutions, they come, like, first thing what they are going to ask you is the compliance, and second thing is the track record, and they sign the deal with you. And they are going to be with you for like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or like more. And it's a huge amount of money what they bring in. And with all this product mix, if you're doing a lot of things with them, and that's when you are going to do something. Because next, if Web3 is really going to happen, if it's such a big thing like what people are expecting it to be, then there will be lots and lots of coins that will be getting listed. They will be coming out with their own coins, and they will be coming out with their own infrastructures for metaverse, NFTs, everything. They're all linked to crypto. So if they are coming and if we are providing them, market making services like end-to-end solution, like you bring the token and we will do market making to you. We will work with you based on your marketing plans and everything. You're creating a different customer segment there. And when you offer your index trading strategies for institutions, DASP will allow us like to do several other things also. Then that is a different kind of segment. So then we will have to create one index like metaverse index, and where we will have all the metaverse coins in that. So we will try to do optimization of portfolio within this bundle itself. Like we will give 50% to Mana or Decentraland, 20% to Sandbox, 10% to Gala, 10% to something else. And then when we see the flip happening between Decentraland and Sandbox, we will try to change the optimization. Or like a blockchain index strategy like Matic, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, EOS, all in one single bundle. So these are something like which is selling these days in the market. Maybe like some of our clients are not really interested in these things, but I can tell you one thing, like all our clients is not all of the market, because we have to see like the total market opportunity. And market opportunity, when you see that, like there are lots of people who are interested in this kind of products. As I'm seeing on our competitors' websites and like how many users they have, active users, I'm seeing like there is huge market for this kind of things. So when we design something, then it's not for just for our community. Of course, like it's very important, but for the growth of the company, we have to see like what is the, the total market opportunity or the total addressable market. That's very important. So what is necessary for that is exactly what we are doing now to get the market share, to grow fast, and to conquer all these things. And for that, we need extra workforce. And that's why we are recruiting a lot of people once we get DASP. Because once we get DASP, we will be able to do advertisements on the social media aggressively. We will have many more things to say in advertisements, because right now, if we make any advertisements, we can just speak about the bots. We can just speak about sentiment analysis indicators. We can just speak about TS screener, and that's it. There is nothing more. But like we can make one single story about so many products that we have once we start to do this marketing after we have everything in place. So it will be a truly all-in-one, ultimate all-in-one AI-driven platform for crypto traders and institutions. So that's what we need to go towards if B-Cube 200 has to become a reality. Secondly, like community's participation is extremely important for this one. Look, like community people are not just, like investors, but they are part and parcel of the project itself, because they are adding a lot of value. I see a lot of people like adding value every single day during the morning times. It's because of the people who are on Twitter and they retweet all the tweets of B-Cube official account. And of course, like my tweets. Because of that, we have got like a lot of holders now because of all these things. And we have got like significant amount of new users on the platform. How do we know it? It's very simple. When new person is signing up for a product or something else, we're asking them like, okay, how did you exactly find about us? Where did you hear about B-Cube? And then they are saying like, oh, yes, we saw you on Twitter. Like one of your tweets were, like retweeted. We saw it on this place. Somebody commented here. So we saw it and we wanted to give a chance. So this is extremely important. And if every person in the community is doing this one, there is no way that we are not going to make it much more faster. I mean, like B-Cube 200 reality. Because if we make a financial institution, why not? Because a financial institution definitely has a value. What is Revolut? Revolut is a bank, right? But why it's so special? Because it's a bank on your phone, and you don't have really a branch where you have to go or something, and like it's very cheap, and it's all like that. And you see, like Danny Lee, for example, my community manager was saying like he actually shared about my tweets and morning messages on a big channel of Discord channel or somewhere. And because of which, like he really brought few clients to the platform. He really brought, it really happened. So you see, like these are something like which more and more people have to do. Look, like we had some people, but they were very ineffective people before. Why I'm saying that is because everyone speaks about Binance, like how big of a success is Binance today. But nobody knows one simple fact that if you want to become a Binance angel, you can become. You will have to apply in their application form, and they will see. And if they feel you are good, they will accept you. You will not be paid anything. You don't get any benefit by being like a Binance angel. But you are just doing it as a volunteer because you want to support the community. That's it. That's it. And people are doing that for 8 hours and 12 hours there. And that's why today BNB is a multi-billion-dollar company. And like if people are just retweeting my post or something, other boom boom babas are calling it as a gospel and these things. Like, look, I have absolutely zero interest in getting any limelight for anything. People who know me very closely, they know it very, very well. I'm the last person for this, but I'm the first person when it comes to business. Because if my name is spreading there, people will feel that like, okay, owner of the company is here and he's writing to us, he's speaking to us, he's absolutely credible person. And the trust will build. And if that trust is building, they will have the trust in the company also. That's the only way, like why, like I'm active on Twitter and I'm, communicating with everybody. I'm doing it only because it's in the best interest of our project. This is all I want. I don't want like, anybody to say like, oh, you are great or these things. Like, look, all these are bullshit. When you die, everything will die with you. This is the philosophy I always believe in. So I don't care really about anything else. So whether it's my gospel or like something else, like who cares? I don't even see it that way. All my focus is on only one thing, like how I can bring B-cube to as many people as possible. And if just B-cube is like tweeting something, people will be like, okay, it's a company, so they are doing it. But why I don't always speak about B-cube? Because I should not do it. I should not try to sell the product to people directly like that, but I should make them interested in the product so that they will buy the product. Otherwise, there is no meaning in doing so. So that's why, all this community participation is really very necessary. And I'm really proud and I'm really very happy about our family on Twitter because they do so much. They are so active. Despite all the works they have, they dedicate it. And that's the real name and definition of community. That's how we all can bring this together. A single person has never changed this world. Never, ever. No Mahatma Gandhi ji, no Nelson Mandela, nobody. Nobody has achieved anything all alone. They were leaders, but behind a leader, there is always a lot of people who has to support and who has to encourage, and we all bring that together forward. So in the same way, like all the true BCUBEians who are doing all this work, like I'm really proud of you guys because you're doing it as a family and you're doing it because you feel the responsibility to do that for being a part of this big revolution. And this revolution is not a simple one. It's going to go up a lot. And everybody will know this project one day, definitely, because it's not like a simple marketplace. That's how we started it as. Initially, like until 2020, we just had like only one single product. Only in 2021, we had like many other products. Just having one single product, we came up so much. And afterwards, like we launched different products. And like now we are launching a complete infrastructure. Going forward, like we will open up the doors for B2B segment. There's a lot of things. And you see, like really there is a will from our side to create a transformation. If that will was not there, then I wouldn't be making GuruBot. I wouldn't be making other kind of initiatives where we can burn the tokens. So this was an initiative, even if it comes at the cost of my sleep, even if it comes at the cost of, like my peace, because I have to be always active, like I have to always watch the, prices. So, but I'm ready to do it because it's in the best interest of the project. And especially like in crypto, like we have to forget everything. Every day in the morning, like I work till the night. I forget about the family. I forget about every single thing just because I want to contribute and dedicate all my time and life to this project. And, you know, like, it's not like, okay, like if it's not possible, I will give up. Like, no, I will never give up. I will never, ever give up. I don't belong to that category at all. I will either make it success or I will die. That's the way I see the things. I will never have like any other options. There is only one option, and that is to make this successful. And that is what I'm hell bent on right now. So we will make this amazing. We have like a very big roadmap. Let's go slow. Let's execute one by one everything. Let's execute, let's launch, make it perfect, then go to the next one. That's how we will be going forward. Many more things will also come, which we are not speaking now. And one big partnership has also happened, which we will be announcing like in 1 week or something. Actually, they are more curious to announce it, but we are just asking them to wait. We will announce and then they will retweet it on their platform also with a multi-billion-dollar project. We also received investments from them already. We received the grants from them. It's already there on our wallets. So it's a done deal, but only, you know, announcement is pending. We will do that. We will do that. So there'll be a lot more such things which is going to happen, which I can promise. So guys, that's it. And let me see like if there's any more questions, and afterwards I will have to leave. Do you think Hotbit is finished or just temporary suspension? I don't know, like, because these guys are like really, you know, they scammed us, like, because we lost $92,000, like including the liquidity, including the listing fees and everything. We have no clue. We have no information. I had like one person, like, who is a manager there, who is always constantly in touch with me. And that person is also not replying to me anymore. So I don't know, like, looks like a scam, but we will have to wait and watch, like, what's going to happen and like what they are saying, if it's true or not. I don't think what they are saying is true. I think they went bankrupt, but we will see if there is any liquidation process, then we will get back the tokens. But honestly, it's beyond our hand now, because even we ourselves have lost the money and we have no way to, you know, get this one back. So let's wait. Let's wait for a little bit more time to get the clarity from them. Perfect. So that's it, guys. From my side, it was really wonderful talking to you all. Amazing, as always, like to talk to you and to see you here. If there is anything else, like as always, I'm on Twitter. We will be making spaces, which is very, very, very often. We will try to update you more there. And if there is anything else, like definitely, you know, we will answer it on Twitter or some other place. But for now, just take care and have a nice day. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourself. Everything is fine. We will make it. We will definitely make it. Okay. One day, like when it happens, then we will answer to all the other people, all the other boom boom babas. So go, go, go away, boom boom babas. Come, 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 success, true BCUBEIANS. Bye, guys. Bye. Take care of yourself. Bye. Have a wonderful weekend. Wonderful Saturday. Bye, bye, bye.